There's one thing and only one thing on my mind today, and that is today we got to get ready because we're going to Mendoza tomorrow. And I feel like it's a little early to test this new process, I guess, this new mindset, this recommitment, this mindfulness that we're trying, because it's only been a couple days and we're going on a trip. Just things just happen to be this way because, as you guys know, Laura is here. She's only got a couple weeks. And so we wanted to make the most out of it. And we wanted to do this trip for my birthday, but the dates weren't great because my birthday was also, coincided with some holidays here that was really expensive. And so it was expensive to travel, like tickets and stuff. And so we decided to postpone it one weekend, but that means that we're going to be, basically doing like a little trip into Argentinian wine country while we're trying to do this. And so it's going to be interesting to think about that in terms of, how to manage it. I guess right off the bat, it's going to be difficult to not have wine in Argentinian wine country, right? I could, I guess. I could just completely abstain, but what's the purpose? This whole thing is can we have a mindful approach that includes some of these things that perhaps might be less than ideal, but could we find a way forward even in situations like this one? And so that's going to be interesting. I think the biggest challenge is going to be being able to make the right choices with food and the moments where I'm feeling a little bit tired and, all of that stuff. And we happen to be at a restaurant. I don't know. That's sort of what's on my mind today. Just thinking about making that resolution, sort of, yeah, I guess the resolution is the right word. Promising myself that we're going to be mindful as we can be. I think we can do it. Mentally, I definitely feel okay in that regard. It's interesting because there are other things that are weighing on me mentally, emotionally these days, but interestingly enough, the food hasn't been that big of an issue these last few days. And, we've been keeping to whole foods and, that's sort of the plan that makes sense. Interestingly enough, my lumen, the metabolism thingy, it's not giving me a 1 or a 2, which are the goals that we have. You want to wake up and more fat burn. And so I've been getting 3s, which is kind of middle of the road. It's like I'm burning 55% fat, 45% carbs. I don't know what that's about exactly, but, we are keeping to what they want us to do. So I am following the nutrition plan as it's laid out for me. Maybe it's a little bit low in protein. I know that the last couple of days have been a little low in protein, but I don't know. I'm trying to keep to what's being recommended, as my nutrition goals for the day. But yeah, interestingly enough, food has not been the main issue this week. And I am, I'm trying to not restrict, I guess, my carbs too much, as Lumen is suggesting. And so I had a tiny bit of, well, I wouldn't say tiny bit of rice, but I had a little bit of rice yesterday and some fruit, and stuff like that. And we're still a little low on calories, again, because like I was mentioning, I think it was yesterday, it's been difficult to eat all the calories that I'm supposed to eat for the day. And so, today I'm going to be focusing on eating a little more protein. But yeah, I'm just a little concerned about, or not concerned, I shouldn't say concerned because I'm not actually concerned. It's just been on my mind. I've been thinking more and more about how we can do how we can stay mindful as we're going on this trip. And again, we're going to be out of our element here. We're going to be doing other things, and so it's important for me to be thinking about this so I keep it front of mind when we actually get there and we have to make those decisions and we have to be mindful of the things that we're eating. And so that's going to be a little bit of the challenge. Also, tomorrow's going to be an interesting day. It's going to be a bit of a long day also, because we're doing doing another boxing class tomorrow morning, and then we have work to do, and then in the afternoon, sort of late afternoon, evening, we're going. We're flying out, and so I'm thinking that if we plan it correctly, between lunch and then I was thinking about maybe taking like a little baggie of nuts and stuff, like that might be a good way to at least get through tomorrow, without finding myself in the middle of the airport and being like, oh fuck, I didn't prepare for this. And so that's what I'm guessing my preparation is going to be. Just we have a solid lunch, and then we are going to be eating some nuts throughout the flight, I guess, or in the evening, so that can be, the dinner. Because it would be very easy to like get there and be like, oh, let's just go out for dinner. And, even if that were the case, the idea is to be mindful, obviously, and choose, make decent choices. But it's still, I worry a little bit, and so it's better for me to be prepared. So that's probably what's going to be happening, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on for the rest of the day and tomorrow. Just thinking about, I guess, keeping it front of mind. As we get more comfortable with the process, we'll probably have to think about this less and less, and not have it. I don't want to say overwhelming, but not be taking as much of our thoughts and energy. But it's the beginning, and we are being tested a little bit this weekend, this sort of long weekend that we're going on, and so that'll be sort of the thing that stays front of mind. We'll see how we do. See you tomorrow.